And let's do a little brief meteorology segment here. We're going to talk about things like lightning at the Smash News Network, least busted name in news. There's the NASA Goes Lightning Mapper. This is the last 6 hours. And we see some pretty heavy storms here in places like Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, moving into Illinois. And a little bit around the northern Gulf Coast as well, some concentrated lightning there. Here's a real-time lightning map, courtesy lightningmaps.org, powered by blitzaltung.org. And we're going to zoom in here as we see some terrestrial lightning. This video was originally streamed live to Twitch, which is why I can say, hey Quincy, there's thunder rolling in. Hey Hannibal, this concrete door is pretty thick, man. I ain't going to no airport. I ain't getting on no plane with that crazy fool Murdoch. Somebody slashed the tires on my van. Hey, Kirksville. There's thunder rolling in. Real-time lightning maps are the bee's knees. Lightningmaps.org. I go there when I hear thunder. It could save your bacon. Next, looking at pressure. Look at all the low pressure around the South Polar region. Extreme low pressure. South of the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, as well as south of Africa. It's a low pressure fest in the southern hemisphere, and we'll advance this map one day and change. There's where we expect pressure to be according to the European forecast at 12 noon tomorrow. That said, let me just check the life of the stream here, and everything looks copacetic. Next, looking at the weather.gov map, and we see quite a lot of weather warnings here. Yowzers. Some extreme heat advisories there in the southeast. If you need to click on your own county, head to weather.gov, click on your county, get your local alert. I won't go through it. I just wanted to talk about the driest and highest continent on the world. Look at how scary it looks. Look at how scary it looks, folks. It must be cold because carbon dioxide levels are very low there, right? Just kidding, folks. That's complete nonsense. All right, let me just rotate the planet here. Hey, look. Here are the potentially greenest portions of the planet. These areas with high carbon dioxide concentrations. Carbon dioxide. It's not even scary, and it's certainly not in control of the Earth's climate. I just figured I'd put that in there to anger any alarmist imbeciles who are watching the video and know nothing about atmospheric physics. Please leave us a comment if you're an imbecile and you know nothing about atmospheric physics. We won't censor you, but we might berate you in the comments section. We do read all comments. Here are the surface winds of the eastern world. There you go. Strong winds north of New Zealand and southwest of Australia. Here are the jet streams of the eastern portion of planet Earth. They continue to blow backwards over the western Pacific and northern Indian Ocean. Northern hemisphere jet streams extremely chaotic and a little bit on the incoherent side. Here are the jets of the western world, a little more coherent on this side of the planet. Extremely bizarre jet streams over the Atlantic Ocean. You can see this is probably some Saharan dust driving things over here. In fact, let's take a look at that before we switch to surface winds. And there you can see, indeed. And the reason I knew that there was dust there is because I understand the atmospheric physics, folks. So this right here, this is dust from the Sahara Desert, which is coming across the Atlantic Ocean and fertilizing the Caribbean. It's part of the reason why the Caribbean is such a lush and delightful place. Here are the surface winds of the Western world. And let's move on, as there's plenty more things to cover. Here's the U.S. Doppler radar map, and you can see these heavy storms north of Kansas City. If you're located in Kansas City, go look north. There's a bunch of lightning up there. Take a video of it. There may be some UV emissions coming from above those thunderheads. And if so, there could be some fascinating ionospheric activity going on above the thunderstorm. I'll just leave it at that. Here is the 3.9 nanometer radiation map, what's going on in the cloud layer. It's light here, but it's not light over Missouri. And there is the water vapor map. Hopefully that gives you insight into the storm tracks here. This is going to be a fairly consistent storm track. It's going to turn a little bit to the south. As you can see, the jet stream up here is kind of pushing down a little bit and bringing some cooler temperatures into Pennsylvania, by the way. And if you're wondering where we're located right about here in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. Once again, here's a recap. There's the U.S. Doppler radar map. St. Louis, that system is largely going to miss you. You probably will see some showers, though. There's the cloud layer. Here's the water vapor. And we are out. Thanks again for tuning in. I've been your host, Dan, a.k.a. smAsho, signing off from the Smash News Network, least busted. Name in news.